Hi everyone, welcome back to Friendly Crochet Creations, and thank you for joining me if this is your first time here. I'm going to do a review on a yarn that is no longer sold in the stores, and so I'm running late on that, but I was running late on buying it, and I only bought one skein, so I don't have one to show you except for in the thumbnail, which you've probably already seen. So I did take a picture of that before I actually used it, and I hope to get another ball or two. I actually want different colors, you know. I wanted a whole bunch of this too, especially after I tried it out. I'm like, oh man, you know, I really want a whole bunch of this, you know. But I at least want something to make, you know, gloves with, maybe some slippers around the house or something, because I do love this yarn. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. It is by Yarn Inspirations, the Caron Latte Cake. And it gives a pattern here. This one is on the ball band. Yes. And it's a cowl, but I really wasn't interested in that. I mean, in a different color maybe, but not in the one I wanted. And like I said before, I don't really like browns all that much, but I have found some brown combinations that I do like in my fall bath trilogy set. Which I need to show you some future sets later, and I need to work on the past ones and get them uploaded on eBay and maybe try to find how to do an Etsy store and stuff like that so I can sell those a little easier. But this colorway here on the latte cake is coconut cream. Okay. It does say the free pattern is on the label. Let's see. You'll probably see it better this way. I want everyone to be able to read it. And it only takes one ball. Okay. It's called the Loopy Fringe Crochet Cowl. And once again, that was, where is that at? Where's my camera at? On my phone. Oh, there it goes. Coconut cream. Okay. And this one is a bulky 5. Just like some of the other ones, it seems smaller. But because of the fuzz factor, it is actually a 5. The way it works up and everything is a 5. So, the knitting needles are 6.5 millimeters. Also for a 10 by 10 centimeters and a 4 by 4 inch square, like on the Caron Pantones. That's, I guess that's their general thing. For 15 stitches and 20 rows, you're going to want to use a 6.5 millimeter crochet needle, but a US 10.5. So that's the size. And the same size square on the crochet hooks, you're going to use, you know, for 12 single crochets and 13 rows, you know, the same size square is 4 by 4 inches, 10 by 10 centimeters. You're going to use a 6.5 millimeter hook or USK 10.5. Now for the pattern I used, I used a different hook size, of course, but let me see. I'll show you what this is made of first. 58% acrylic and 42% nylon. So 58 acrylic and 42% nylon. Now, it's 8.8 ounces, which is 250 grams, 530 yards, or 485 meters. Okay, this is the places you can find these guys on Yarn Inspirations. Now, I did change the hook size, and I did change, you know, the yarn I'm using for whatever, the yarn for the pattern. I got it from the Crocodile Stitch book that I got some other patterns from. And I also have started this project in a Super Saver Navy, but I haven't finished it yet. Which I started making this a few months ago, and I put it aside, and I got it back out while I was making this one. So this one is a hooded cowl. I don't know if you can see it very well here, but it has a hood here that goes over the head. Okay, and then there's the crocodile stitches on the bottom for the cowl. I'll probably show this in my next podcast. That way you can see a better picture of it and maybe even put it on for you. Okay, there's some regular stitches here. There's crocodile stitches here. Same thing down here. If you can see that, I'm trying to get a good view on here. Yeah, there's the top part. And there's the bottom part. Okay, so regular stitches. I really like this yarn. It was really, really nice, silky, and soft to work with. I really loved it. It's even better out of the cake, you know, just working with it, and it slides really well on your hook. But sometimes it gets a little too slippery. Okay, so you have to be careful, and you have to hold on to it, but not too tight. You know, you don't want your stitches too tight. you know, I usually do it too tight anyways, and sometimes I'm too loose. It just depends. I don't want to be too tight. But now sometimes this is really easy to frog. Okay, I know there's somebody said, you know, on YouTube that she didn't have any problems with it at all. Well, I didn't for a while, but when I did frog it for a while, because I messed up, you know, I did start having problems with the little fuzzies here, you know, getting intertwined with each other, and I had to pull a little harder than I might have wanted to, and maybe just jiggle it around and work that out. But like, well, all cakes are different, and it did pull out very easily. I didn't have any yarn barbs or anything on this one. It was really easy and fun to work with. Like I said, I would love to work with it again. This is one of those things that you have to buy on sale once again, because they're, what, $10 a skate normally, like $9.99. But I got this one on sale when they were selling down really, really fast. And I would love to have a pink one, since pink is one of my favorite colors these days. I think it used to be red when I was little, and then it turned into like all the colors of rainbow, and then I really didn't have one, you know. But it didn't happen within a couple of years, you know. It happened over, you know, tens of years or whatever. But recently, especially since I had a purple truck, you know, I really realized that I really love pinks and purples a lot, you know, and I still love them a lot, especially fuchsia. I've loved fuchsia since I was a kid. But I like the pink and purple combinations. I love Valentine's Day. It's one of my favorite, but it's not the favorite. You know, Christmas and Easter are my favorite, you know, and they're surrounded by Christ. I think that might have a lot to do with it. I've actually forgotten why. But I do love pastel colors too, a whole lot. And I love Christmas, and I've incorporated, you know, I could go on and on all year about Christmas, okay? It doesn't get old to me. I mean, I might every now and then, but not like most people. You know, most people said, I don't want to talk about Christmas unless it's Christmas, you know. But a lot of people want to shop like for Christmas way before, you know, the holidays, and right after the holidays. Some people do it year-round, you know. But I think I'm going to start doing that year-round, so I'm not doing it, you know, all at one time. But yeah, I feel like this. It feels like, I don't know if I want to say it feel like butter. This feel like really silky, smooth. I don't know exactly. You know, there's a yarn that says it feels like butter, and I really, really think that this one does. It's really silky and smooth, and it, like I said, it glides really well. Once again, the colorway is coconut cream, and it's the Caron Latte cake. Almost want to say, so it's a cappuccino or a latte, I don't know, but anyways, it looks creamy, delicious with dark coffee colors and stuff. And I don't know if you can see that dark one. There's a shadow on that right there. There you go. There's the dark colors, and I love the way it works. And I was going to actually make it smaller than what it is, and I did kind of do that a little bit. Now the head part is exactly the size that it called for. I was only going to do like 3 rows of the crocodile stitch, but I wound up doing 5. Now on the bottom part, I did 3. And I went ahead and crocheted the other part to it. This is the part that we start with. But I didn't like it how it looked, and I had plenty left over after I did the 5 rows of crocodile stitches on the top. So what I did on the bottom, I frogged all of it. I frogged almost all of it. I frogged it down to the 3 rows that I had for the crocodile stitches, and all I did was I reattached that same. I went ahead and worked the other 2 rows of crocodile stitches, and I worked these other rows up here for that one. I ran out of yarn. I just reattached where I left off on the other one. The colors look like they're working out just fine on that. So I had not a problem with that. They're just perfect. And this is all that I have left, is this little ball right here, and this that I cut off the end that you know, started with or whatever. So I had too much of an end somehow or another. Oh, I know what it was. It was a sewing end. That's what that came from. And then the other ends are from, you know, where I tucked it in at the end and fastened off. And this is what I have left. After all that, it's really pretty. I don't know what I'm going to use that for. Necklace, earrings, bracelets, who knows. Something small. Maybe a little square or something for my coffee cup, but I'd be afraid that it would slip off that, so I don't know what I'll do with that. It's a little ball of scrap yarn right now, but I really love this, and I hope to show you what it looks like on, and hopefully I can get the navy one finished, but I will show you what I have done on the navy one soon. And oh, I was going to tell you too, I did make this a little bit smaller. I'm missing one scale, which is equal to 2 V's, so I left off 2 V's, and I did one scale, and I'm kind of glad I did, because this is all I have left. I would really been playing a hard game of yarn chicken. I don't think I would have won, because I would have had an extra scale here, 1, 2, 3 on, you know, these 3 rows, and I'm not sure if that would have made that. It might have, but I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have had an extra on the other 2, or maybe I would have had only 2 and not 3. I'm not sure how that would have worked out, but yeah, it seems like maybe I would have even had 5 extra ones, so it might have worked for 2 or 3, but not 5. So that's where I'm at on that. So this down here is a little snugger than what it would have been, but the top is exactly the way they said, and I might have had to adjust my hook, because the whole book uses weights 2 and 3, right? And I'm a smaller person than most people, but you would think this would lay correctly on my shoulders like it does her, but I don't know if it's because maybe it's stiffer because it's a thicker yarn. And I did leave out the 1 crocodile stitch per row on this. I mean, the other rows are less that many stitches too. I like maybe 5 stitches, 3 to 5 stitches. I don't know, but anyway, whatever it takes to make that, like 6 or 7 stitches maybe, on that. But it doesn't lay exactly like it does on the model in the book, but it does pretty close, and if I pull it down a little bit, you know, to readjust it or whatever, it does fit more like that. But I don't think that's the problem. I am kind of stocky, you know, and I have gained weight since, you know, my profile picture, but hopefully I can lose this weight, because I don't like being this weight. I'm almost to the weight that I've been the largest, and I'm really not liking that, so I'm getting up, moving around more, and, you know, try to clean house more, and I'm like, I need to do that anyways, and the yarn could wait a little bit, but I wanted to bring this to show you, because it is winter time, and this one is a winter project, and it goes with my coat that I have, and what inspired it is my my scarf that came with my coat. It's browns. It's really, you know, darker than this. This has been it's a lighter color than that. I mean, without the fuzzies, it would be the same. But anyways, if you ever get a chance to buy this yarn, I do highly recommend that if it comes back, you know, into the stores. Right now, I would not. Let me repeat. I would not suggest buying it on Amazon and eBay right now. I was not able to find it for a while on eBay, but it is on eBay now, but it sells for more than $20 a skein, like $24.99 or something. And most of those times they are wanting you to pay shipping, and some of them might be on up for auction, like bidding, but you know, people are going to want this item, and they're going to want to pay the price, especially if they're competing with someone else. So I mean, you could try for the lower price, but if they outbid you like more than $10, you know, and they're asking for shipping, I mean, maybe even like $7 for shipping, I don't know, but you know, it's really worth what you would pay $9.99 in the stores for. But I always like to get a lesser deal, you know. If I had the $10 to spend on it, I would, but I have a lot of financial troubles, and you know, I'm trying to save that to pay my other stuff, and whether it works out or not, you know, I'm working on that. And but I would definitely not pay $25 plus shipping for that. No. I mean, if it was made for like maybe wool or something, maybe, but not acrylic and nylon, of course. But it is worth a try if you get it for a good price. If they go down on their prices on either one of those places, you know, go for it. You know, I don't know if there's any place else that would sell it for any less, but yeah, definitely keep that in mind, $9.99. And if you want to add shipping to that, I mean, that's fine, you know, if you can afford all that, but I would definitely not pay $25 plus shipping. That is way too much, and it is in high demand. So, I guess it just all depends on how much you like it, and if you've used it before. I mean, if it's the first time you've ever used it, you know, I don't think I would pay $25 for this. But, anyways, without further ado, I do have other videos to make, hopefully today, and get all of these out to you. I'm not sure if I'll do another yarn review video after this one. And I'm going to try not to send all these out at one time, but I might give you something to work with all week. I know I have to work the next couple of days, and it all depends on how well my battery does on my phone, and my internet, since it's a lot slower than what it has been. I definitely have to try to go out and see about a job today, maybe even just finish filling out applications and turning those in. You know, that would be a great help right now. So anyways, I hope you like this review, and I'm sorry I went on a tangent about things that are non-yarny and stuff, and I do have a non-yarny video that I want to make for you guys. But yeah, I've got to prepare myself for that and give you a regular podcast and everything. So, and I've got other things I want to do today. So, hopefully I can get these out to you today. If not, it'll be next week sometime. And I have a class or two I want to take on Monday, so I want to try to get everything done before then. So, without further ado, I will see you in my next podcast. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, please. Thank you very much.